over the day. Hey, everybody! Hello! Yes, I know it is crazy, it's amazing, but here we are again. Yes, you guessed it. Time for another installation of Dima in the Morning, brought to you from the People's Republic of Illinois. Yes, but we're still wearing masks and restrictions imposed illegally by our multi-billionaire governor, but no one has the balls to do anything about it. So here we are. And let's see, latest told us what, 35,000 small businesses here in People's Republic of Illinois are gone. Poof, over last year. No one wants to talk about that, but hey, it's okay. We're getting so much closer to normalcy. Not. So anyway, here we are. It's Monday. I know, beginning of the week. But that's okay, because you're starting it with Dima. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. But it's okay. It's kind of like, giving it like a vaccine. Ooh, let's talk about vaccines, shall we? So here we are, people. Dima, I am no epidemiologist. Viruses and things. I am no expert by no means. But then again, almost nobody else is who's giving their opinions, talking, doing TV shows, and telling us what to do. And especially even the one who is supposed to be expert like Fauci. Remember, folks, Dr. F was the same man back during Ebola who said that we should not quarantine the healthcare workers coming back from Africa who were directly working with people who were were infected with it, but they come back over, and these doctors, oh no, we can't have them quarantined. Yet he's the same guy locking us down and masking us and no masking, and who's masking now? Oh yes, I know. Yes, so remember these people, these experts and everything. So here we are, vaccines. I just have so many questions, and there's so many things happening, and nobody seems to really want to delve into this, So once again, let's get a hold of this here. So here we have, remember, a virus with 98% survival rate, even probably higher, because if you believe COVID numbers supplied to us by CDC and these other places, or someone who dies in motorcycle accident or from drug overdose, but they are positive for COVID, then it is COVID death. Remember that, folks. That is happening much more than people even want to realize. So anyway, you take this 98% survivability. You now say, we have to make sure to slow the spread because we cannot stop it. So then we go, wait, there's going to be a vaccine. We must develop a vaccine to save us. Folks, we have a lot of other things killing us as far as illnesses and that we do not have vaccines for, but yet it doesn't seem to be a big deal. So we come up with vaccine in less than a year. So isn't this amazing? We have a vaccine developed, put on market, and nobody knows if there are long-term effects or not. Isn't that frightening? We don't even know. It's like, oops. We have people that are having allergic reactions and are dying from this, but we don't talk about this. If this was the flip side, if you remember any death that happened even remotely near a COVID situation, it was, oh my God, it's COVID, they're dying from COVID. With these vaccines, it's just like, we don't say
Richard Terrell got the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine earlier on this month. Now, he suffered a severe rash that spread over his entire body and turned his skin red. As doctors tell me, a reaction of this magnitude is extremely rare. We do want to warn you at home that some of these images may be considered graphic.
These photos snapped of Richard Terrell's severe reaction to what doctors believe is the COVID-19 vaccine.
My skin peeled off. It's still coming off of my hand.
The 74-year-old now on the road to recovery, relieved to breathe in the fresh air at his Goochland County home after spending 5 days at the VCU Medical Center.
Gee, it just came on so fast.
On March 6th, Terrell received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine in Ashland, but 4 days later,
I began to feel a little discomfort in my armpit, and then I began to, a few days later, began to get an itchy rash. And then after that, I began to swell, and my skin turned red.
This red rash quickly spreading, covering Terrell's entire body. His legs and hands almost unrecognizable from swelling and discoloration.
It was stinging.
Optimism about the vaccine remained this morning, despite news 2 healthcare workers had a reaction after the jab. The NHS confirmed both patients have a history of severe allergies and carry EpiPens. After the vaccination, they suffered an anaphylactoid reaction, which could be anything from a skin rash to breathlessness. They were treated at the scene and have since recovered.
We were looking at 2 case reports of allergic reactions. We know from the very extensive clinical trials that this wasn't a feature, but if we need to strengthen our advice, we get that advice to the field immediately.
As a precaution, the drug regulator is now advising anyone with significant allergies not to have the vaccination.
It happened in Juneau, Alaska. 10 minutes after receiving the Pfizer vaccine yesterday, a healthcare worker rushed to the ER with a severe rash and shortness of breath.
Her heart rate was elevated, and she had a red flushed rash over her face and torso. I was concerned about an anaphylactic reaction, so gave her the standard treatment of a dose of intramuscular epinephrine, and she responded immediately.
After a night in the ICU receiving more medications, she's stable now. Doctors say she had no known previous allergies, unlike 2 people in the UK who also developed severe allergic reactions.
So isn't that amazing? So deaths and terrible allergic reactions are occurring, but no one wants to talk about it. So you have this vaccine, which is produced in less than a year, put out and it's being forced upon people. Come on, I mean, really? It's happening all over, and I think at some point they're even going to have to come after Papa Dima. They're going to be going, oh yeah, I'm voluntarily taking the COVID vaccine. So here we have this vaccine isn't even 100% effective. And so you're taking a vaccine with less than 100% effectiveness to fight a virus with a 98% plus survivability rate. Isn't that silly? And remember, somebody has to pay for this. This is not free. There is money exchanging hands somewhere. Somewhere people are, and then also, isn't it amazing? A law that was put on books in 2005, which basically means that the government can come along and say, okay, you pharmaceutical people, you are free of liability. You cannot be sued for deaths and terrible things happening from your medications in time of emergency. That's what they did. So, folks, all of you folks who've been vaccinated up, anything happen to you from now later on down the road, good luck, because the government has given blanket immunity to the pharmaceutical companies and people involved with administering the vaccine. So, oh yeah, so think about that, huh? And that's fact. So fact check that, suckers. So think about this. So it's just so silly. So here's another question. I know of nursing home in my area where occupants were vaccinated in January, okay? And they're still in lockdown. Wait a second. If this vaccine is supposed to be the end-all, be-all salvation and getting us to normalcy, and boy, what the price we're paying for normalcy, and we're still not there, anywhere close. Wow. So why would you lock down facilities still if this vaccine is supposed to be the answer? Because then you say, well, not everyone's vaccinated. Well, wait a second. If you're a vaccine, so then why bother? And then they still talk about, you have to wear a mask after having a vaccine. So, and they notice also that the degree or percentage or number of what they call breakthroughs, and a breakthrough in this case is not a good thing. It's like the military aspect. A breakthrough, if you're on receiving it, is bad. That means enemy has penetrated. Oh, I said penetrated. The enemy has penetrated you and has broken through your defenses. And so, but these other people, they play this game, they go, oh yes, we know breakthroughs are going to happen. It's not such a big deal. Well, yeah, until you really start researching it, you find out, hey, what the hell? There are plenty of breakthroughs occurring, and it's not a good thing, but they seem to play it off as no big deal. It happens. It happens, huh? So, like I said, Papa Dima's asking lots of questions. no other body people are, and answers are not coming back. But instead, it's like, you better, and the billboards out there really trying to shame me and other people. Remember, folks, Mrs. Dima and I, we both had COVID. Yeah, if it was this pervasive killer, both of us should be dead, because we by no means are specimens of amazing physical examples, okay? So don't play this game. For all you people running around out there pontificating on COVID who haven't had it, go F yourselves, because you people, you are horrible, because all you are doing is listening to party line of what is being fed you by news media. Ask these news media people, what degrees do they have in epidemiology? Yeah, viruses. What education do they have? So that means they have the same level of education as you or I do. So their opinions and what they are forcing on you is no better, no greater than yours or mine. So self-educate. Do not be ignorant. Do not rely on evening news to tell you what is going on, because they have been lying. They've lied. They've been proven to be liars. There's so much money that's been spent and being made back and forth amongst people who make masks and medications and all of these things. It's horrible. Shame on all of you. Shame on me, because I haven't even really stood up to fight this thing.
Shame, 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 shame on you.
So, yeah, all of you liar Biden haters out there who are just like trying to be mum and pushing along like, let's get to normalcy. Yeah, We see his great plan. Yeah, no different. What's that song by The Who where the lyrics are, come meet the new boss, same as the old boss? Yeah, So here we are, folks. Just another day in America with all kinds of stupidity. And boy, under liar Biden, who was elected by you liar Biden supporters and you haters, boy, you did us one heck of a favor. You screwed us all, including yourselves. So, but the silver lining in all of this is, even with all of this, this nation, America, United States of America, is still so much better than any other of these suckholes out there that try to make themselves like moral high ground. And for you Americans that try to put these other countries above us, please do your historical research. We've only been around for a short time compared to others, which means they have a lot of baggage. All you have to do is research it. So, yeah, So, anyway, remember, folks, family network, so important, especially in these times. Pull yourself together, hold together. Support your local businesses. Since 35% of them that were around before, boop, gone in last year. But, hey, it's no big deal, right? Because you and I, we're still okay. We're doing great. Shame on us.
Shame, shame, shame on you.
Then local law enforcement. Oh my gosh, yes. Especially with this trial going on and the threats already of rioting if they don't get their way. Boy, it sounds like the election also. But hey, there's no coercion going on there. And then also our military. Oh my gosh. God bless all of them for being all over the world, protecting freedoms, doing the terrible heavy burden that we ourselves will not do. And also those who are being used as political pawns in this mess. God bless all of you. Keep on doing what you're doing, because Papa Dima, Mrs. Dima, and the Dimas, we appreciate this more than you will ever know. So, no matter what, folks, keep on pushing on. We have a lot of bad things happening, but we have a lot of good things too. So, remember, who loves you, and das vidanya.